Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Monday morning sales meeting with the Insurance Brothers. I am Ryan Matheson.
Andy Matheson.
There we go. And we have a special guest today, our friend and partner of ours, Mr. David Behr. Welcome.
Brother from another mother.
There you go.
Good to have you on.
There you go. We love it that David could make it on the meeting this week. How was your weekend, guys?
Excellent.
Yeah?
I always talk family, and that's what we do. So that's me. Got the kids running around. You know how it is. So.
Baby one on the way.
Yes.
You have no choice.
Here we go.
You got one on the way too.
We're just all in. Yeah. Is that you too?
I brought my three boys up to Breckenridge and my wife this weekend.
Oh gosh.
And I got them on the skis for the first time.
Nice.
3 full days. So
Nice.
hopefully their muscle memery keeps them up for next time.
Hope you had a beer while you're up there.
Yeah, we got to have some cocktails while you're up there as well.
Great.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Well, I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. I always preach, take time on the weekends to relax a little bit. We grind so hard during the week. You're going to burn yourself out in sales if you don't mentally relax a little bit, take some time off. So always important to kind of take the weekends. So first and foremost, I want to talk about a topic that has been burning in Andy's mind now, because it's always me that has the gripe. So I'll let you introduce.
Yeah, so last week, you guys probably saw that Duke, North Carolina game. Zion Williamson, first minute of the game, blew out his shoe. Everyone saw that. If you didn't, you need to check it out. Go on YouTube or something. But it's a big hot topic. And is Nike in trouble here? Like, I'm very concerned for Nike. I saw that their stock went down about 4% overnight.
Are you an investor, or did you?
I am not.
Thank God.
I'm all in on Adidas. I'm 3 stripes.
Oh yeah, I'm a Fila guy myself, so it's all good.
You're Puma, so that's how that goes. Next time I'll wear my Adidas.
David goes the Shaq brand.
But no, Nike might be in trouble here. I mean, they might have a lawsuit on their hands. I know that if I'm buying my kids sneakers, I might not be wearing Nike anymore. Now, Charles Barkley was talking the other day about how they should probably change up their shoes once in a while. He's probably been wearing the same shoes the entire season. It's obviously it's going to wear out. So
I mean, it brings up a lot of points here. One, we know how Nike makes their shoes, right? They make them overseas for a very low cost, right? Yeah. And so are they getting cheaper and cheaper? And is that, affecting the quality of the shoe that they're putting out on the court, which is in turn, hurting these athletes, or the way we saw. I mean, that shoe blew up. It looked like there was an M16 in it. Someone shot it up. Like, it's crazy.
The price is going up for these shoes. They might be getting cheaper. It's hard to say, right? But you see these professional athletes, they literally change their sneakers every single game. I'm not saying that needs to happen, but Nike has to figure something out. I'm sure they're going to pay the man when he comes out of college.
Yeah, I was like, then that brings up another point. Like, he can't sue him right now because he can't make any money. Yeah, so how does that go down?
Unless he gets someone behind the scenes, a guardian, to jump in on that. But we all know how that ends up.
Are you volunteering yourself to be his guardian in this situation?
I don't know, man. That might be an interesting prospect there. I'm going to go do a little recruiting call.
What do you think, David?
I think Nike will be just fine.
You think they're going to be all right?
They always bounce back.
They always bounce back. Fair. Well, then it brings up another point of, you saw the NBA push to lower the draft age to 18.
Thank goodness.
Which would now allow people to skip college again.
Yeah, potentially.
Which the timing is impeccable, right?
Yeah,
you got Zion, who would have been a no-doubter first pick of the draft in high school. And now he gets hurt in college, which, it happens. That's the risk of playing the game.
And I'm on the fence about that. Like, admittedly, I want the college game to get better. And by allowing the kids to jump to the NBA, it helps because now the college kids are playing college basketball. The pro guys are going straight to the pros. So, I mean, that helps. I'm hopeful that it turns into something good for the whole league. So,
my thought is, these kids are 18 years old. They could go get a job anywhere at 18. So why is the NBA different? It's just another job that they're choosing to get. People choose to go to college or they choose not to. Who are we to tell them that they have to go to college for a year?
They're not doing any schoolwork. North Carolina, I'm picking on you because you guys make up fake classes. We all know it. You get in trouble.
Oh my God.
I'm a guy.
I hope he's a Kansas guy. Don't mess with this guy right now. Yeah. It's almost March. Don't mess with this guy.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, they did.
Oh my God.
Goodness gracious. Can't get break you guys. So, anyways, get into it.
There you go. Well, let's jump into this week's topic. Very excited to talk about it, and David knows this firsthand. So, David may not know this, or remember this. I actually met Dave almost 10 years ago in my first job out of college, which we were doing internet marketing sales, very guerrilla. I was good at it, by the way. Just toot my own horn on that one. But who walks in but Dave? And Dave in his prior career was a motivational speaker, a very influential motivational speaker. I would run into him from time to time, not just in that first interaction, but I'd be down in Arizona building, our current company, and there's Dave and Behr at the event with 500 people, on stage. So talk to us about that, Dave. How was that for you, and in your past life per se?
So when I got out of college, I jumped right out of college and got into this profession of speaking. I loved helping people, so it was a natural fit for me, and I didn't ever consider it work. I think a lot of people go to a job. I didn't consider it a job. So 22 years of that, helping people, serving people, and then all of a sudden, I committed to my wife. I don't know why, but I committed to my wife when my kids are of school age that I would settle down and get a job.
Yeah, because you were traveling a lot.
Correct.
Yeah.
100% travel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So, and then I jumped into the mortgage business, and maybe to your topic today, I went from basically hero to zero.
Yep.
I was nobody.
It's a kick in the
Rich is the rags.
Nobody in the mortgage.
People know who you
Nobody
were.
knew me. Nobody cared about me.
Yeah.
And so that was, that was daunting.
Sure.
For sure.
Sure.
And so I think to your topic today, what are your skills that are transferable, that are taking you to another industry, another occupation maybe. And so for me, anyway, if you want me to share, getting into the mortgage business, there was one way of doing it pretty much. And it was the realtor sends the leads to the lender. And so I asked myself, okay, what's my skill set and what can I bring to this industry that maybe nobody else is, that makes me different, out position, out communicate, and quite frankly, crush my competition. And so I'm using my skill set of speaking to go out and just bring value. So I used to get paid to do it. Now I do it for free. I would have done it for free before. I just didn't tell my clients that.
Well, if I would have known, I would have never paid. It wasn't cheap. I'll tell you that much. You couldn't afford not to go though. That's the thing.
So I think, regardless of what you're doing for a business, you think about it, we're parents, right? And so what skill set do we bring to a place of business as parents, right? We have to organize our time. We have to organize, all
the extracurriculars.
So, growing up playing sports, right? I learned teamwork. So wherever I go, it doesn't matter where I go, I can bring teamwork and leadership to the table.
Value to anyone you're talking to.
I want to hone in on something that you said, which is very interesting. And it's, you come from an industry that most people don't have experience in, because there's not many speakers. Usually they go the opposite way, where they build up a big mortgage business and then they go become a speaker, right? They kind of do the opposite. But even if you get to that level, I mean, there's not a lot of people that would do that, that are capable of that sort of, profession. So you're talking about a very unique way of introducing yourself to the mortgage industry, which I find interesting.
So to your point, more people would rather be in the coffin and give the eulogy. From a speaking standpoint. So, from a presentation standpoint, what could you transfer? A. B, what could you learn? What could you be willing to go learn to help you in your profession? With video now and social media, I mean, if you're not out there doing videos all the time, you're missing that
you're exposed
to bring value first before you're asking for something in return. So your question was?
Just bringing that really unique skill set and understanding of where you're placing that into your new industry and how you said you're going to crush the competition, which I love. And that's the attitude I think that you need to have going in, right? I mean, you're bringing something that's absolutely unique to the mortgage business that nobody else does, and that's what separates you, right?
Exactly. You're a confident guy already, so if you don't use that or in your new career per se, then you're not going to be that guy.
You're going to be like everybody else, pounding realtors and trying to get business.
So for instance, when I'm out there talking to realtors, one of the things I'm asking is, how many leads are you getting from your lender right now? Answer? Zero. So all of a sudden now they're going, wait, you're telling me you're going to generate leads for $0? And
what's
you're going to do most of the work?
What's
the catch, right? So I guess my analogy that I've kind of come up with the real estate and the lending business relationship is, it's like a broken boomerang. right? It's you know, the realtor sending the lender business, but it's not coming this way.
It's not a full circle.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do, and what I am doing, is saying, okay, what can I do to generate business for realtors? So when I meet with them, for instance, when I was brand new, you know, the experienced lenders or the realtors were like, I already have 3 lenders.
Yeah, you're out.
And you're new, you know nothing.
Yeah.
And so I started asking myself, when I was hitting that wall, how do I get over that wall? How do I get around that wall? How do I dig under that wall? How do I get through the wall, right? And if you just keep asking yourself that question, solutions come. And so I came up with again, this idea of, okay, why don't I just go do trainings for realtors and companies? And I'll get to that in a second. So from a real estate standpoint, I've met a lot of realtors. So I am not begging any realtors for business.
No.
I'm attracting realtors.
Exactly.
I'm attracting ones that like me and I like them, and we're a fit. I don't want to work with all.
And what a dynamic strategy.
No need to force it in any whatsoever.
Right.
You got to go for it the way the people you want to be with.
It needs to be a fit. There's way too many realtors out there, way too many lenders out there. So if they're not a fit for me, they can go.
And that's fair. And that's fair. Let them do their thing.
So one of the ideas that I had for these successful realtors is, hey, keep your lender. They're like,
and why are we?
I can keep my lender. Like, you're not jeopardizing that? No, keep your lender. Right. And that goes back to confidence, right? Because I know once I get in there, their lender will be gone. Right? So keep your lender. Let's go over here and let's create some extra business for
something bigger.
Right. My job is to create 4, 5, maybe 6 more transactions for you this year. 6 more relationships.
Those opportunities.
And here's how we do it. I do all the work. All you need to do is introduce me to somebody that you know that works. So in real estate, I got to call somebody that wants to buy or sell real estate. That's a horrible model. Right? Who do I know that works? And then take a motivational speaker and say, hey, we're gonna offer you a gift. Of a motivational talk for your employees.
Which is your expertise.
Right. Kick the salespeople in the butt.
Right. And so we're sharing ideas with their team. And at the end, all I ask is, oh, by the way. And here's my story. I was a speaker. I love doing this. I hope you got value today. And I'm now a lender. So if you have questions or you are curious as to what you're qualified for, I'm happy to help. I'll stay here afterwards as long as you want. I'll answer questions offline.
Great.
And what happens is people come to me. And here's why. Because most people want to buy a house, but their credit's bad. They've got a bankruptcy. They're afraid of all these things, right? So one of my little taglines that I have is, I'm a lender who will never tell you no. I'll tell you how. And it's amazing how many people come up to me and they go, oh, like, you're safe.
What a welcoming.
I can tell you.
What a welcoming thing.
You're gonna put the equation together.
Or my divorce or whatever it is.
So they'll come to me and all of a sudden we get the process rolling. And maybe they're ready now. Maybe they're ready in 6 months, maybe 12 months. But again, they know I'm here, and we have runway, and we're going to do what we need to do to get to where we need to get.
For them, it's exciting, and they can work towards something. For you, it's building your pipeline. You know that it's going to happen eventually. You're going to have quality relationships with those.
And those are people that are going to refer you out. It's going to be repeat business because of the way that you attracted them in the first place. It wasn't jamming a square peg in a round hole.
And it's generating leads. And how much does it cost?
$0.
The
Just
best
your time,
which I love speaking so much.
The best part is you're unique to this. Not everyone can do what you're giving away. This isn't necessarily a secret because not everyone can go do that.
I'm not afraid to tell every lender out there.
Good luck.
What's the chance that they're going to actually go?
And make it happen.
Exactly. It's a very unique skill set that you have.
Well, the nice thing is, and another term I've come up with is, I'm like multi-level marketing for realtors. In other words, I'm doing a workshop for a company, especially if they've done business with this client that works for this company. Now we go do a workshop. This person's raving fan that's sitting in this meeting. Well, these guys are great. And all of a sudden now at the end I'm saying, oh, by the way, if you need some help, I'm happy to help. And these people come up to me and guess what I do? I get them all ready to go and I hand them back.
You're Mr. Realtor.
To the realtor.
Beautiful.
That's model number 1. Model number 2, I love this one, is I'm out knocking doors myself. To generate meetings, to go do workshops, to share ideas, to help them first and foremost. Number 2, oh, by the way, I'm a lender. If you have questions, I'm happy to help. And what I do is I generate leads. Now, who's tied to these leads? Nobody.
No realtor.
So guess what I can do?
You're direct.
Any realtor in my referral partner, I can now go here. Here. And here.
Santa Claus.
And now they're going, what is this?
And now you're married.
Boomerang.
I think we just identified our hashtag for the week. Boomerang.
Hashtag Santa Claus.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
So look, it's a skill I have, right? That I said, okay, this is the mortgage business. How can I transfer what I do into this industry?
Absolutely.
And that's where, uniqueness comes. That's where people start, this was so different, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not doing it the same old way. So I would challenge your viewers, what skill sets do you have and what can you bring it to make yourself different, better, faster, quicker, more efficient?
Yeah, and it goes two facets. If it's, you want to stay in your current industry, but you're banging your head against that wall, right? The one that you're trying to get under and around,
right?
Figuring out how you can be unique and different. Or maybe you're thinking you're sick of your current industry and you're trying to get into something else and you're nervous, right? Oh my God, how's it going to go, right? It's pretty daunting for you. Everybody knows in mortgage, real estate, insurance, you don't get a base salary. They don't cut you $100,000 salary and then say, oh yeah, here, we'll nurture you through the process. It's ground zero. And so if you are thinking about jumping into a business like ours, all of the business that we do, which, can be very lucrative if you do it right, look at your prior skill set in your jobs and your positions in your personal life and create a plan and talk to people in the industry so that you can go in understanding how you're going to attack that market in a unique way. And I think that's the most important thing.
And honestly, it's not only helping you when you step into that role, but it's helping the market and the industry. The industry is going to benefit from it, and it's going to be full circle. This whole thing is going to get bigger and better for everyone. So not only are you providing that value to everyone, but it's going to come back to you. So that's a good point.
And it definitely goes back to one of our prior meetings that Andy and I had about referral partner generation and thinking about not just coming to people with your hand out. Hey, send me business, send me the deals, right? Because that's what everybody does. Think of different ways, think of different strategies that you can be of value to that referral partner, and then they'll come back to you, and you're building a more long-term relationship with those people to where they're going to produce consistent leads over time. And that's how you grow a business, right? That's how you grow a business. When you're just transactional, you're going to run yourself into the ground.
Yeah. So. Bob Burke wrote the book, The Go-Giver.
Yeah.
He's a good friend of mine. He's an amazing guy. And he's perfect for writing that book because that's the epitome of him.
Yeah.
He's just a give kind of guy first without keeping score and asking for anything in return.
It's a business karma, right? Like give it out, it'll come back. And those people are loyal to the ones that help their business. That's just human nature, right? If you're going to choose between someone that doesn't help you at all or someone that is helping you, it's like, you guys sell the same product.
No brainer.
So, yeah. Right. Well, I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else, David, before we wrap this up?
No, I appreciate the time.
Yeah.
This is fun.
And we wish you the best of luck. Real quick plug, what company are you with?
I'm with New American Funding.
Perfect.
And I am the lender you can learn from.
There you go. And coming into springtime, and especially here in Colorado or whatever market you're in, we know it's starting to heat up. So working with a savvy lender, a qualified lender is very important, especially if your market is competitive. So definitely work with someone that you trust. David's available on LinkedIn, so message him through here, comment on the video, ask us any questions you might have. I know he would love to, do a talk maybe at your company if you're interested in having him come in and talk to your sales staff. Maybe you're a manager, a trainer. This guy is bullets, and he will leave you with some tidbits.
Shoot, we told him it was free, didn't we?
Yeah, it's free 99. So yeah, you committed to that.
If it's free, it's for me.
Yep. And what do you always say if you ask somebody how they're doing? What are you supposed to say?
Unbelievable.
Nice.
So little teaser there.
Hey, don't get the shoes that slip and slide. Get the shoes with the star on the side.
Bang! I love it.
Wow.
Chuck T Tuesdays. I love it. Chuck T's. Yeah, you got the Chucks on right now. I love it. I love it.
I was perfect.
Well, have a great week. Be successful. Don't do the same status quo if it's not working. If it is working, don't change it. Just add different tweaks. Take a little bit of what we talk about and enhance your business. But do not wait, as we always say. If you're just sitting on your business and not growing, then it's never going to happen, man. So you got to make sure that you're doing the things to stay ahead of the game, ahead of the market, to make yourself a better producer, a better manager, a better recruiter, whatever it is that you do in your business. Make sure that you're staying on top of the trends and what you can do to diversify. So
if you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
There you go, man. I love it. Andy, anything else?
Let us know how these meetings are going for you. We want to hear your experiences, what you've changed in your process. Please jump in and let us know so we can adapt and add to it and keep getting you guys to work on these things with us. So we appreciate it.
Yep.
We hope you have an awesome week. Go crush it.
Have a successful week. We'll see you next Monday. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Thanks, guys.